You might recognize this little coffee pot from your own grandmother's kitchen, but today I'm going to show you how I use this, a percolator, to have the most charming and cozy coffee ritual. Percolators were the coffee pot of choice in America in the 1940s and 50s. This is what my own grandmother used, and I just really love the slow ritual of it. It really doesn't take that long, but the coffee is so much better than literally any other coffee I've had in the entire world when I make it in this pot. It also has a very distinct sound that it makes when the coffee is percolating, which I'll show you in just a minute. And best of all, when you make coffee in a percolator, the smell just goes through your entire house. It is such a strong coffee smell. It's better than absolutely anything in the world. So I just start by putting the cold water into the percolator pot after I've taken the top pieces off. I've put 4 cups of cold water, which is marked, there's 6 cups or 4 cups. 4 cups in here makes 2 like big mugs of coffee. Or you could do 4 kind of really small coffee cups. But that's for me and my husband. We're gonna have like a big cup of coffee each. With the percolator, you have the little brewing pot. So there's this piece which has a hole in it so the water doesn't, push up. And then you have your brewing basket, which I always get wet just so that the coffee, it doesn't stick too much. And then the lid for that. So you put it together like this. And then for those 4 cups of coffee or 2 big cups, I use 6 large scoops of coffee, and I like to use this counterculture blend. It is pretty thickly ground, so I'm just gonna put the 6 big scoops. So that just makes this little brewing basket about half full. And then I just place that entire thing into the cold water in the percolator. Then I top it with the brewing basket top, and I put on the lid, and I'm gonna put it on my oven on medium heat. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let it come to a boil, and when it starts boiling, I'll know because it makes a very distinct sound, which I'll show you in just a minute. It's just all the charm of it. And then once I start hearing that coffee perking, I will turn the heat down to low, and I'll let it perk for about 6 minutes. The coffee is just about to start perking. I can hear it. It's almost there. Once that happens, I'm going to put the heat on low, almost to low, and then I'm going to set a timer for 6 minutes, and then I'll just show you the amazing sound that you get to hear in your house when the coffee is percolating. I just can't resist that little popping sound. I just love to listen to it. Even if I wasn't drinking the coffee, I would be happy enough just with this. It's so nostalgic, it's so charming. It's nothing fancy, but you're probably transported back to your grandmother's house. And there's just something really comforting about that in a day where our lives often move so fast. So slowing down with the sensation of sound and scent, and then this delicious coffee that you're about to drink, there's something really magical about that. Okay, my timer just went off, so now I'm gonna just turn off the coffee, and you're supposed to let it sit for 1 minute. I don't actually know why that is, but I think it's just so that the coffee can kind of settle down into the brewing basket, so then when you pour it, it's not coming out. So I'm gonna let that sit for just 1 minute, and then we'll pour it and enjoy it. Okay, time to pour. Let's see how it looks. The smell is amazing. Like, it's overwhelming. The absolutely incredible, fully infused coffee scent in my house right now. It's over the top. I wish you could smell it, but you can see how nice and thick and dark this is. It's really so different than drip coffee, which is what I make in the morning, but in the afternoon, I just like to take more time. So I like to add a little bit of sugar to mine. And my husband likes to have just a drop of cream. Let's see. Today I'm having Swedish fika, and he's getting Bob Saget. Look at that. Oh, it's so delicious. All right, time to go sit down and have this. I'm also indulging in a delicious homemade cinnamon roll that I just baked this morning. So I reheated one for my little afternoon coffee time, and I'm gonna just cozy up and have this with a book. Let's go. My friends and family are always so shocked by how hot I can drink coffee or tea. Like the minute it's done, I'm already ready to drink it. Oh my gosh. Every day it's a treat. It's so different than regular coffee. And it's so different even than like an espresso drink. It just has a very full, robust quality that I have never tasted in any other coffee making device with a French press or literally anything else. This makes a totally different type of coffee. It has such a full taste and it's just so rich. It's strong, but it's not bitter at all. It has a very smooth taste, which I just love. You are going to love it. You're going to love it if you start making your coffee in a percolator. It's such a treat for yourself to slow down and have it. And so I'm just gonna sit here with my cinnamon roll. There's no better combination on earth than coffee and a cinnamon roll. I'm going to reread for like the 5th time True by Rika Pulkkinen. It's a Finnish author. I just love her. And this is an older book that I read about 15 years ago for a book club when I lived in Finland, but it's a story that stays with me forever. And because Finland is so famous for drinking coffee, I thought this would be a lovely book to snuggle up with this week. Thanks so much for joining me this week, and I'd love to invite you to subscribe if you haven't already to just live a cozier and more charming life. I'll see you next time.